Alright, what is up? This is SLOplays back in some more Dragon Ball Legends content here on the channel. We got a news update in terms of the story mode. So I'm going to be recapping everything that did happen in the story. And just first and foremost, I want to say that Super Saiyan God Shallot is still not out yet. So before anybody starts asking, which, I mean, I've already seen comments, dude. It's everywhere right now. Like the first thing I did, I woke up this morning and I just checked like DMs and messages and just comments and stuff, and it's just on one of the previous, you know, update videos on the news where people were like, "Oh, dude, where's God Shallot? Do I have to play through the story right now to get? Should I get God Shallot?" He's not out. He's not out yet, guys. DB Legends, you know, their Twitter or whatever, just fucking baited everyone. Then here, can I just say this real quick? I actually did not expect it to be updated at all. Like, I didn't even know that the story was actually going to get one update. I thought it would be a little bit later because, guys, it's only the 10th. It's only June 10th. They said mid-June. So I'm assuming, like, exactly around, like, the 15th, 16th, or around that time. So that's when I thought the update was going to go through. Now, if they did it a little bit earlier, like, I wouldn't complain. I'd be down for that. So whenever I saw that the story was out, I was kind of looking through and going on, like, you know, Renzi's, you know, page and everything to check the Dragon Ball Legends assets and what was downloaded, and there was no trace of any God Shallot assets. So at that point I knew. I was like, okay, he's not out yet. I did play through all the story, so we're gonna recap it throughout the rest of this video. But if you came here to, you know, get notified if God Shallot is out yet, no, he's not. So right now, if you need to, do whatever you need to in terms of co-op, grind out your Zenkai Trunks, whatever it may be, until I would have to say probably next week. Like today right now, let me see if I can actually pull this up. Okay, so it's the 10th right now. I'm gonna say next Monday. That'll be like the minimum date of when he's gonna arrive, and then it could come anywhere between, you know, obviously the 15th to like probably the 20th. That's what I would call mid June. Did I say July? I apologize. Mid June or whatever. So whatever it may be, just be patient. He's gonna come, guys. I know people are excited. I'm shitting my pants for it. The story is awesome right now, and that's what I wanted to talk about today. So there will be spoilers going forward right now, so do not watch the rest of this video if you care about being spoiled from the story. Now, if you want a recap of the story so far, I am going to be talking about just, like, you know, what came out since Part 7, Book 6, which is stated right there. So it only goes up to Book 10, if I'm not mistaken. So it was very short. It was pretty short or whatever, but it was a good one. So there you have it. God Shallot's not out yet. Stay tuned. I will update you guys whenever he does release. Okay, now let's go ahead and get into the story. Oh boy. Okay, so basically what happens is they're all gathered up. They're about ready to go with, you know, transforming into Super Saiyan God. Then they get interrupted by a couple of, you know, random villains, and then 13's back. 13's back, if you remember from the last part or whatever. He did end up, I think, destroying androids 14 and 15, and then he took their parts and everything, and, you know, he flew on over here, and he was going to challenge Shallot because he's got, like, a grudge against him. So he then absorbs the power, obviously goes buff, becomes an absolute unit. He's more powerful than, like, Super Saiyan 2 Kaba and Caulifla, and he can overpower Super Saiyan 2 Gohan as well as Shallot. So this version of him is pretty damn strong. He's also using Dark Ki, so that was pretty insane there. Now, real quick at the very end, there was something that was pretty cool. After he gets defeated, he actually thanks Shallot, like, for like teaching him to fight on his own accord, you know, with his own will. I thought that shit was so cool. I'm not gonna lie. Like, that's the one thing about the Legend story. They throw in these little things here and there, and I know it's, like, you know, real cliche, generic, and maybe a little bit cringe to some people. But for me, I like that type of stuff where it's not always about, okay, the villains are always going to be one-dimensional pieces of shit. You know what I mean? It's cool whenever you have a villain that, you know, at the very end of everything is like, you know, happy. And he said he was at peace, and that shit, dude. Oh, it was so good. I was like, damn, they're actually doing pretty good with this. And I know it's not so super in-depth. I know it ain't, you know, no, like, freaking the Dark Knight story or the Batman or I don't know, something like, it's just like, it's a video game, so I don't expect it to be good. So whenever I see stuff like this, it's very cool. So that's awesome. He ends up dying, and then Boo, Super Boo comes back, and he's just like, boy, I'm gonna blow him up. So he blows him up, and then you know, Super Boo's here, yada yada yada. Moving on here, we have a little dimensional, not a dimensional thing, but a little skip over to Majin Vegeta. He's back, so we finally have Majin Vegeta here. We have a little bit of a interaction between the post Tournament of Power Dragon Ball Super version of Goku and Majin Vegeta, which was really cool. I do recommend that you guys do play through the story on this, because it's fun. Read the dialogue too. But like I said, I'm trying to just summarize some of the things here. But basically what ends up happening is Goku, you know, he meets up with him. You know, Vegeta questions, you know, which version of this Goku, like what era he is. Was he the one that trained Shallot and all that stuff? And they have interactions, and Vegeta's all salty and pissed, you know, because Goku says like, oh, hey, we should definitely have a, like, continue the fight from where we left off, you know, back in the Buu saga. And Vegeta's all pissed about that because he's like, I don't want to fight you. he's scared. Majin Vegeta pussies out because he's scared. He knows that this Goku will beat his ass. But it's cool because they kind of explain, you know, Goku explains like, hey, I was holding back at that time or whatever, but I love how he says, I can't keep anything from you, Vegeta, yet he did. He did at the time, but that is funny. So that was a thing. They had a little fun interaction there. So Majin Vegeta's looking for Super Buu. He wants payback for Buu and payback for Shallot. So that's, you know, after everything. Moving on here, now this is where things got fucking spicy. Oh, dude, I was like, the story is so good right now. I was like, let's go, dude, let's go. So, they're in a bind, you know, we have all the members that are going to be giving Shallot the God Key power or whatever, the, you know, Righteous Saiyans. It's just them. They're going after just Super Buu and all these other villains, like Turles is back, we have Lord Slug, like Frost, Frieza soldiers, all this stuff. We have a ton of enemies. They all split up, and they're like literally shitting their pants. They're screwed. They're no match. They can't do anything. Super Saiyan 3 Shallot by himself cannot, you know, overpower this Super Buu. Super Buu is just, you know, destroying everyone right now. Or not everyone, but like, they're losing, all right? The good guys are losing right now. And then out of nowhere, you get this man, you hear it from his voice, he says like sword beam or whatever, and at that moment I was like, no fucking way, dude, they pulled an Android 17 with this mofo. So Zahha is back. He said, I'm back, bitches, let's go. So I'm like, bro, let's go. Like, that's what I'm talking about, my man with the purple and red sword and the blue skin and the long luscious hair. Like, this dude is a gladiator. So he comes through, he heals Shallot, and he's like, let's go, like, it's time. And he brings a ton of other previous characters from the entire story with him. We have future Gohan, adult Gohan, not the ultimate one. The ultimate version of him got absorbed, obviously. So we have the one that's just like regular, you know, Super Saiyan with the, you know, purplish, dark blue, indigo gi and all that. And he comes with little kid Gohan, which was so cool. So we had a bunch of Gohans there. So little kid Gohan and that Gohan. Then we also had, I believe, like Fasha and Tora coming through. We had Ribrian's squad coming through to help. It was awesome. And they just got all the good guys back. Piccolo's back, Krillin's back, Tien, Yamcha, all these guys. So we have a whole team out here now from the past coming to help, you know, get Shallot to, you know, become a Super Saiyan God so that he has actual time to do the ritual, because they need to distract him. And then, bro, one thing I do want to know, he does say, and I think I screenshotted it, but Zahha does say the best thing to do is like in order to trick your enemies is to trick your allies first. When I saw that, I was like, bro, I'm still holding on, just holding on to this little thread here that Zahha is gonna be the main villain. Okay, I'm still gonna think that, even though he came back, that's great, whatever. This just confirms more that it could be the mysterious man. He could still be an evil character at the end of everything. Okay, that's all I'm saying, because he's obviously alive. So like before, people had doubts because he was dead, but obviously I knew. I was like, they could just say that he faked his death, and what did I say? They faked his death. So that's a thing. So I'm just gonna point that out for now. Now moving on here. Okay, that was So that was that. So Zahha comes back, and then, bro, Nappa's back too. So they pulled a double Android 17. So his ass is alive. They don't explain it. He just came back. So Nappa's here. He's not dead. I don't know. That blew my mind. I was like, bro, fuck. And Nappa's the best, bro. So shout out to Nappa. Ghost Nappa. That's my boy. Let's go. So he's back too. So he teams up. So Nappa teams up with Zahha. They try to fight Super Boo. They get their ass absolutely just wiped completely. Like literally baby wipes to their ass. So after all this transpires, this part, oh my god, dude. It just kept getting better. You know what I mean? It just kept getting better. So at the very end here, they're about to pull off the ritual. Like I said, Super Boo destroys both Nappa and Zahha. So, and then he's like, all right, I'm going after Shallot. I'm not gonna let him, become a Super Saiyan God or whatever. He wasn't gonna let him power up. So then he ends up blasting, I guess, Caulifla, and Kale like defends her. So Kale is out. She is out. She cannot participate in it right now. Okay, so she's pretty much not dead, but she has no energy to give to Shallot. So they were like, after they said that she couldn't do it, I was like, they're either gonna pick Bardock or someone else. And then out of nowhere, because they were like, we need one more Saiyan, we can find one more Saiyan. Majin Vegeta comes, and that's where it ends. Majin Vegeta with the God Ritual. What a change of events. I don't know how this is gonna work, and maybe this will like kind of fall into place with the God Giblet sort of thing, or I know people don't like it when I call him Giblet. I know it's Giblet, whatever the hell. I don't fucking care, dude. I'm gonna call him Giblets because it's funny, okay? So Giblets, that man, obviously he's gonna become a Super Saiyan God as well. Now, I don't know what this is gonna be, the pure-hearted, righteous thing with this Majin Vegeta. I don't know how this is gonna work. I don't know what counts as being pure-hearted. If you just show that you have good intentions and you're gonna help somebody, that just automatically wipes the past. I don't know. I think there has to be like a build-up. Obviously, Vegeta could do it with, Goku and everyone in the actual movie and in the anime and shit. You know what I mean? They actually were able to do it, but this was after a long time. Vegeta became a good guy. He even died and came back to life, and it was shown that he was, like, the verdict came in, he was a good guy because they wished all the good guys back to life and not all the bad guys. So I don't know what dictates whether or not you're going to be a good, like a righteous-hearted Saiyan, but I feel like there's like a huge gray line in between, like, whatever it may be. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Obviously, it makes the most sense. He came out of nowhere, so obviously they're trying to build up Majin Vegeta to be the final Saiyan to replace Kale because she's pretty much screwed. But we'll see what happens, man. I'm very excited. So again, stay tuned. I'll update you guys whenever the update goes live. We'll play through the story. It's going to be fun. God Shallot is definitely next. Like I said, it's going to be another update, mainly probably just for the story. But stay tuned for that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this little recap. I am so excited for the story. That's all I'm going to say. So stay safe out there. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section below. Comment down below what you're thinking about how this is going to transpire and stuff. I love reading you guys' response and everything. And please stay safe out there. Be the best you can be every single day. All right? Take care.